Greetings pilots, Gunship here. If you're anything like me and you participated in the summer 2020 event, one of the objectives is to do 10 tons worth of damage to bases. And you may have selected something like the Ju-288C to do that with. It's an excellent choice. And you have an air spawn, of course. You put it into a shallow dive. You can pretty much get up to about 600 kilometers an hour, maybe a bit more. Drop your 2 1800 kilogram bombs, and if you're lucky, return back to base. Maybe you shoot down a plane or two on the way back, and jobs are good. On the other hand, if you thought, actually, I want to shoot these planes down instead, what's a good way of doing this? Now, you could, for example, start up with something like a Spitfire. It will be on the other side, because it's often Axis versus Allies. And the Spitfire is great, but while it has good maneuverability, it starts on the ground, so it might take a little bit longer to get to the AO. And also, its 1 second burst mass is not fantastic. It's 3.25 kilo a second. This is great against another plane, but against a bomber like the Ju-288C, it's going to struggle a little bit. Far better to use something like the SO-8000 Naval. Now, it's an interceptor, so it gets an air spawn about 1300 meters. Rather than climb straight away, just do a shallow climb, and of course aim to be just in front of the bomb targets for the Ju-288C planes. And when you get there, you're in a great position. Aim for getting to about 2000, 2500 meters altitude. You'll be in a great position to take them on. So I thought I'll make a little video with lots of in-game footage for me shooting various Ju-288C bombers. There's also, as you would imagine, lots of other planes you can attack. Now, the 8000 Naval is definitely not a turn fighter as per se, and probably best used to support other planes that it's currently fighting. But it can do so with great success, and you have great guns to do it with. It's also surprised me how many people are taking on the Narval in a head-to-head competition. And a lot of planes will do that, the German Focke-Wulfs, etc. But you outperform them quite heavily in the amount of lead you can put on the target. With an 8.27 kilograms burst mass is, well, that's basically 154% more than the Spitfire. You stand a good chance of winning that battle. Just aim slightly above the other plane and you're good to go. Now there's a few drawbacks to the Narval if you're new to the plane. For the first time you play it, you'll say, oh, it's a bit slow off the mark, and yes it is. It doesn't accelerate particularly quickly or well. However, as I said before, if you just do that sort of slow, steady incline, and as you go into the AO and the start of the battle, you will be okay. And as you gain altitude later on, and you get into a shallow dive, for example, if you are hunting down a plane or bomber, you will find that actually you can really get up to speed, and you can use it for enemy fighting in that respect. Just don't do too many turns, because you do lose some speed, of course, as you would with any plane. But it will get up to about 750. So you can hunt down even a Ju-288 that is heading back for the base. That is definitely doable. Just try to stay to the side of the plane until you get in range of about a kilometer. Then you can pretty much shoot and have some certainty of hitting as well. On the shooting bit, the guns tend to jam, so do it in bursts of about 3-4 shots and you should be okay. You will soon get to learn the hard way that if you overdo it, level cease up and it's back to the base to rearm and restock, and then you can go back out again. Quite often, you know, hunting down bombers, you will get damaged, and that's okay. You decide then, you know, can I continue? And it can take a reasonable beating, in fairness. Or is it better just to return to the base, refuel, restock, get repaired, and you're good to go again? If you do that and have a bit of patience, it's a really enjoyable plane to fly. It's not vicious in terms of speed you have to do things in, and there's definitely no zero to throw around the corners or a Spitfire in that regard. But just take the time, accept that sometimes you will get planes behind you, and that is okay. You know, wiggle a little bit and try and get out of the way. On the odd occasion, you can outmaneuver enemy planes so they actually overshoot you, and then, well, then they are faced with 6 forward-facing guns, and that is normally an unpleasant surprise for them. So yeah, take your time with the Narval, have fun, and it's a great different way of completing, for example, something like the summer event. And it's not a bad silver lines earner either. Maximum repair cost is 5,000 silver lines, which is very good. It's of course a gold plane. So even if you just go into a battle and you don't do any kills at all and you're just in the air for a few minutes, you probably get a few thousand silver lines for that alone. Shoot down a plane and, well, you're guaranteed 15,000 silver lines in the bank. You know, about 20,000 for the plane after VAT is added, and you are paid for your repair. Do more than that and it becomes really worthwhile. Certainly it's good fun, so put it on your list and have fun with it, and good luck in War Thunder. Gunship over and out.